hold on, I have to switch something. Try again.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're through my speakers for some reason.
Alright, while you get that sorted out, let me try to split this window view because like what happens when I don't split it is that I end up like having it full screen because then you're just gonna have to full screen.
Okay. I'm just gonna. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Oh, okay. I just reset my headset, so now I can hear you through its headphones.
Alright, just make sure you screen share and then yeah, I'll be able to watch.
My the frames shouldn't be as laggy either, because I got my internet upgraded.
Mhm.
This one. Can you see it?
Let's see. I'm looking at your yeah, I can see it, and I'm looking at your OPGG right now. Did you copy the rune pages that I told you that like Apto runs?
Yeah, I copied those.
Oh, this is the replay, or is this that I'm watching
No,
right now?
I wanted to show you a highlight of
Oh,
the game I just played.
Annie, you do well into Annie matchup. Like Kassadin can trade evenly with Annie. Every time she Qs, you just Q her back, and then you take no damage. You just watch when she walks up to Q, and then you Q her back. Don't get baited out by her Q though. That's just advice. You're low
I
mana.
just
I don't think you should be that low on mana on Kassadin if you use your W enough. You should be using your W to last it when you can. You can't hit her with your W, so your mana should never be that low on Cass. Just saying, like, if it's ever under 50%, I've already told you about being under
just
50%.
yeah, just let this play out though. Just let it play out. And just uh uh I'm fine. And I get the kill.
Oh my god, what the fuck? What the hell? Oh my god.
Oh, I thought it was so funny.
Oh my god.
And that's how I started snowballing, is because I got a minion kill as I
Jesus
was running
Christ.
away.
Oh my god.
You
I
see, I
mean, like,
was
it worked. It's just that what you can't do is you just can't, like, you weren't supposed to be in that position. Like, you could easily have gotten a double and pressure you would want, okay, so if the situation repeated itself, but you had mana, you'd 1v1 the Kha'Zix, and then you'd get a free kill on Annie at the same time.
yeah. Are you just looking over the op.gg now, or like
No, everything on the OPGG is fine. Your runes are,
what's that?
huh?
Did you say something? Sorry.
Yes, your runes and masters are an exact copy of, where they need to be, so you're set. You don't need to change anything.
And then I use his AD matchup runes as well.
Yeah, he runs too. So you're set to go. You start out with Dark Seal and like triple pot or refillable pot, not triple pot, because you can't start with triple pot. Refillable is the better option, and you don't need that much trading from his shield, so you're set to go.
How much extra of the potion do I get? Is it another like
What do you mean?
50 or so from the Dark Seal?
Oh, like what does the Dark Seal give?
Because it
Like
says
it gives you 25% increased healing from the regular potion. So whatever the potion gives, you just up it by 25%. So let me see, refillable potion, if I'm not mistaken, should give you
it's
125, right?
125.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you get a quarter of that, but two of them would it just stacks up.
Yeah.
You get 156. So adding two of them, that's basically another 50 extra HP. Yeah. So That's the equivalent of two biscuit or like a third of a pot, but a third of a pot is valuable to you, as Kassadin's lane sustain is it's very small when you consider it. And going for KDA, going for kills is actually a pretty good thing, by the way.
I barely die too. And I think that's the most important thing on Kassadin.
You can't die in
like,
Kassadin, yep.
You don't die.
You lose to Morgana. You lose to anybody that shoves you and puts pressure on you under tower. Ziggs is an easy matchup, for instance, but like Morgana isn't because she counters everything that you've got. Annie is a pretty easy matchup. You have like you don't really have that many bad matchups. There's some matchups that you just can't kill.
Who was it? Oh, that's Victor. That's why I had such a difficult time with Victor, is because he just pushes you in and
yeah, he trades with you effectively. Like what he does is he Q autos you, then he repeats, and then he repeats, and then he repeats and repeats, and it's very 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 strong. So what you want to do against the Victor matchup is you want to like whenever he Qs you, you Q back. Like you have to react to his Q. Like your reasoning is like whenever
Annie.
if you respond right, she autos you, and then like okay, that's fine. But if she Qs you, you gotta respond with the Q back. With Victor, if he autos you, then you kind of just have to like take it, or you can back up. But if he Qs you, then you respond with your Q, and then it becomes even. Because then he'll naturally try to auto attack you with his empowered auto, and then your shield just negates it. But you can't just like Q instinctively. Like it's good to Q instinctively whenever your Q. So if like they can give you if they can't trade back with you effectively, then you win every trade by just spamming Q. Like Zed always does physical, so you should be queuing him off cooldown.
Yeah, I crush Zeds. The problems I have is Katarina.
Katarina is easy at 6, but pre-6 she can kill you. She beats you pre-6. But you beat her post-6. You
Does my Q cancel her
ult? Yeah, only her ult. Your Q always cancels anything channeled.
That's what I thought. I just never got the opportunity to do it. I got support.
What did you Q?
Mid bot.
That's Ox.
You want me to dodge?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
Just wait like 5 minutes. It's not worth it to get a stupid roll.
Plus, I get Brand, and like Brand's not the. I don't think it's the greatest anymore. It's like the only support I can play though. There was a game a couple games ago where I think Kassadin was banned, and I had to go against a Talon, and I was like panicking on what to do, and I went Vel'Koz, and I think I've played Vel'Koz once.
Vel'Koz is OP. That's my personal opinion. I think that he's a very powerful champion.
Which I realized once late game hit, because like I can hit other people other than Talon.
Yes.
Because
you one shot the backline. They just die, and you always kill off people that are not in position.
Exactly. That's what I was doing. And then I like bust my spells out and alt in the team fight. No one's paying attention to me. It's done. The team fight's over. I didn't realize how much of a counter though to Talon he is.
He counters. He's not a bully, but he can put pressure on people. You shouldn't be taking Thunderlords anymore, by the way. Like, if you ever consider taking Thunderlords on Kassadin, like, it's not worth it. Like, your overall damage output in Pokken Lane is just too much when you take Deathfire. The only problem that I don't see, or what I need to see more from New now is just a higher win rate, because I seem to be stuck here for quite a while. I don't know how you're using your teleports. I don't know how you're using your things. The fuck is that? How did you
Uh,
lose a 16-1 and 5 game? Doesn't matter if
yeah,
your 80 carry.
exactly.
It doesn't matter if your 80 carry is 1 in 15. In fact, your damage is so lackluster. Hmm.
Yeah,
You shouldn't be able. Okay, maybe you can't. Okay, maybe you can't kill Heimer, but you should be able to kill Jin. Like if you,
that that
Jin
was
has
that
the
was
least
my
amount of
target.
deaths. Jin has the least amount of deaths. So the problem, like I'm not able to see it, but like if you can't, if Jin has the least amount of deaths, and considerably interesting amounts of damage, because his damage isn't that bad. Jin is the problem.
Actually, yeah, it was
Cause
Zin. It
just
was
him
Zin
being
that was
alive.
attacking.
Zin is 12 and 13, so he goes in and dies. Like Zin isn't a champion that you'd expect to be a carry. He doesn't have anything that's beneficial to the team. Like you can easily avoid him if you like. Let's say your other two teammates just run it in and like die and stuff, and your Rakan does the same thing and runs it in and dies. You should still be able to kill the Jin right away. That makes that fight numbers advantage 5v4. Jin can't get off any sort of damage, even if he's like useless as fuck. But then afterwards, you have nothing but mages to worry about. So what I don't see in your itemization, out of every single item that you have in here, I don't see a Banshee's Veil. They have two AP players and two AD players. You kill one of their ADs instantly, and an item that I would sacrifice is Death Cap for Banshee's Veil. I don't build Death Cap, and I would never build Death Cap unless I'm like, yeah, you're overly fed, but like right there, I would still itemize Banshee's Veil because like I don't want to die to their damage of magic.
Yeah,
They also have two pens. Like that, at that point, you literally have to you die, and the only reason you'll ever die is because they have magic damage that out pressures you. Because your Zanyas should be able to tank in all of the damage, and your Nijitabi. In fact, Merc Treads and Zanyas should be enough. Merc Treads would at least stop all their slows and stuns. Mostly their slows. Sec. Hmm.
if I think of if I'm not incorrect, I believe my death was
Yeah.
Xin Zhao.
Okay.
I can't remember the
I
game
will.
very much, but
Yeah.
I do remember
Madoka Day.
Heimerdinger
I think so.
just pushed
Probably
me
Dongvita.
in lane and
She's not here.
or no.
She's
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah,
here.
yeah. And somehow got up top and got a triple kill, and I couldn't do anything to him after that, and I just got fed during
Like,
stupid skirmishes.
Like you can't buy Death Cap no matter what. Like that's the only argument is your itemization, and then your CS came down, but like the game like skewers onto that favor. Is because if you have this much AP, nobody should there should be way more kills on your team. If you have that much, if you have full item builds, there's no exception to it. If I've had full build on Swain before, and he's my best champion right now. I've had full build on Swain in the early game, and like the game always ends in my favor. There's only been one instance where I've lost, and that's because my support actually inted in a critical moment. 22, 5, and 9 with full item builds, and this is the exact item build that I'm looking for. I would also itemize Merc Treads against that team when you're 22, 5, and 9. You have 400 CS. Like, it's straight up, like, the problem is that, like, while Draven is carrying, I don't see your damage output is actually relatively low, but it's probably because you're not poking enough with your Q during team fights. You sit, like, I'm going to see how you team fight, and most of the time, it's just you have to sit back and Q. Like, that's usually how it goes. You sit back and Q, and then you prop up your E most of the time, and you just shoot it out. Like I just played a game of Kassadin myself, and it's while I was getting dicked in lane, my team fighting, I just like found out the perfect opportunity. I see some squishies, and I go in for full combo. That's usually the general consensus. It's the same. It's the same. It's like universal law.
Oh,
You can't like if you're
usually,
that far ahead, you can't itemize offense. Like I see twice you have death cap. Like that's getting really annoying. You should have okay. So I see that there's a Fizz AD with a little bit of AP, Master Yi Zed Lucian, and then Lux with some AP. No Sightstone. So at that point, I would have itemized yeah Ninja Tabi And if I was gonna go for an armor item, I would probably have built like, what's the name of that item?
Which one are you looking at?
1949, 195 CS. Iceborne Gauntlet would be a better substitute than Lichbane, and then you can build Banshee's Veil as a final item. And then you'd build Iceborne Gauntlet because even though it does less damage, you just have a shit ton of armor, and then you become like half bruiser. And then at the same time, if you get Banshee's Veil, all their magic damage, aka Fish Shark, Zed ult, Lux Bind, all the stuff that could like potentially kill you, you can negate. You have to have both sort of you sort of need to have both defense capabilities, and death
Which
cap just doesn't work.
which
19
item did you say? The
sacrifice
banshees and what?
sacrifice death cap for banshees, and then replace Lichbane for Iceborne, because Lichbane and Iceborne give the same purpose, and they just build off the same component. So you sacrifice some of your damage, but you have way more armor. Because they have a triple AD team comp that can run you down. So build more armor, and then you run Fearless, right? So then all your, as soon as you get hit by any of them, you basically take no damage for the next few seconds. And then
Right.
you have Zanya's. Like, you're practically invincible. And you itemize like the same each time. It's always like Roa into Lichbane into Zanya's. That's normal. But what I don't see is that you don't itemize based on the situation, like post game. Like, I don't see a lot of death caps on Kassadin in general, unless like they're over. Like, you have to look to end the game typically, and that game
Right.
took like 36 minutes. So if you keep allowing them to scale it, and like based on the way the chaos of solo queue occurs, like it just becomes rough when you don't like get shit. And you shouldn't be upgrading Dark Seal. Like, I hope you don't do that. Dark Seal, just leave it as is. It's fine. Some games you
No,
can
I
also consider going Hex Tech if you need to catch people, but it's very rare that you have to go Hex Tech. There's a lot of trade-offs for the theory of Hex Tech. It's fun to use though. You shoot ice and shit.
revolver
No,
or the
GLP,
the GLP.
GLP.
Yeah. That you said. I think it was you that said that you only get that when you're really fed.
And you're looking to end the game early. You have to end the game early with it.
If falls off.
Well, no, it's just that like no matter what happens, you'll always okay. So the Roa gives
The health.
scaling. It's about it's about the health and the AP. Like what happens is when you buy GLP, it gives the exact same amount of mana that a fully stacked Roa would give. It only sacrifices the HP and HP and AP. So it kind of depends on what you want to trade off, but it also takes longer for you to farm the Hextech GLP. So Roa is just better in the short run.
Yeah. Ari.
Easy.
Oh, that's the game I love. Oh, Syndra. Syndra. I fought against the Syndra before. I didn't find it that bad. But it was only one Syndra. Trying to find where it was. There it is. I still lost.
Syndra will bully you. You just have to move. Like for the most matchup, you're gonna be clicking a lot, but that's normal. You should always be clicking a lot.
Yeah. Does the frames look good so far?
It's not bad. Everything's fine.
Okay.
I don't have any like lags. It's not about me though. It's about like if you lag or if you crash in the middle of a game. Like I'll always be able to see stuff on par. You have a good skin on Cass. Check your masters, check your runes and shit.
Yeah, I got the.
And yeah, people argue that fresh blood is like ideal. I argue feast is better on Kassadin specifically, because you're not looking to trade with your autos very much on certain matchups like this. Like the fuck.
It's for the lane and the HP, right?
Yep. I mean, you're not like I don't see you walking up and getting a free W off of that champion, you know? Like there is no way you can get a W off of Syndra for free. Like not for free.
Unless she's an idiot.
Or she's stunned, like stunned for a very long time, or like hard CC'd by an Elise or something. Or like hooked, I don't know. Most likely hooked, yeah.
I have enough tokens for Mastery 7. You can see the loading screen, right?
Yep.
It's not cutting it off.
Yeah, what I need you to do is in game, if you click the corners of your screen.
The corners.
Yep. Like the red parts, like of the screen share, I don't know if it's gonna affect. Yeah, see, like you might alt tab in the middle of the game or something.
I see.
You can make your game windowed mode, or you can make it full screen, but not borderless. Otherwise, if you have it borderless, it's gonna do that. So if like you're moving around the map and then you decide to click on the bottom side of the map, like you're making a movement or something, like it's gonna be a problem. Not for me, but for you. Which means that in the middle of a team fight, you can accidentally like int or something. It's happened before.
Oh, my mouse can get off the screen.
No, your mouse doesn't get off the screen. Your mouse will okay, you right click the corner and then you're gonna alt tab to me
Oh,
because of Skype screen share. That's what's gonna happen. But it doesn't happen very often because like it's only under the circumstance that you right click like a lot, which you should be doing, so it's gonna happen. So just put it either on full screen or like do something to prevent it from like doing that.
I usually stand here just to see if the invade's coming.
Yep.
And if it does come, I just walk backwards.
Yeah, they can't catch you, generally speaking.
They're going for the invade.
It's way too late. You guys already passed the fucking snow point. You can follow if you want. It's way too late. They would have already spotted you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's so
they knew.
obvious.
They knew. Please stop cheesing. What is she? Okay. Oh.
I don't think you should have queued the minion.
I would have missed it otherwise. Oh.
If it happens again, just play borderless or play windowed mode or something. Like lower the resolution.
Yeah.
What?
Oh. I'm. Yeah, it did. did it.
E. Your response was too slow. And second, you really shouldn't be hitting minions that are not being targeted. You need to let the lane always shove in your favor, and you also have teleport. Even if you're poked down, you have that luxury of like recovering yourself, resetting yourself, and then coming back into lane.
Right?
You poke Syndra down with your Q more often than not. Sacrifice for it is that you lose a lot of mana, but your W should be used like as a way to reset, not just as an auto attack reset, but you should be thinking creatively as a way to reset it. Reset your mana pool. Just get a pink word and like leave it as that. Personally, I wouldn't have gotten boots don't do anything for you. You just have to last it better because you would have been able to obtain those
I would.
items. A catalyst, I
I,
mean.
I would have got catalyst.
Flash was worth it for first blood though. I'm not arguing with
I
that.
th
That was a good.
that was a good choice.
Yeah. Don't think that Xin will ever have it. Just take it. You need kills. You just accelerate your early game. Yep. Okay.
Uh,
There's like 3 minions in your way. You kept trading.
yeah.
When she does that, just Q her. If she picks up anything, minion, ball, whatever.
I don't think he should come. Yeah.
When she goes for that mate, or when she goes for the cannon, you can do something.
Yeah. She has no mana.
Right, but you have no HP. She's basically a big creep. She can't R you. Go up and Q her. Why you're not doing that more is very surprising. If you're saving your Qs to last hit, I mean, like, you're not using your autos. Go. Not the Zen, but you right there. She's the whom. You tell me that she's out of mana, and you don't do anything to punish it. I don't see a single Q come out to hit her in the face. If she's out of mana and you have all this mana in the world, what can she do to you other than auto attack or push you away? The only thing she could do is to push you away because that's a defensive mechanism. She wouldn't be able to Q all in you because she has no mana.
600 gold is an awkward
You can get a
thing.
ring or a Doran shield. Doran shield's
That's,
pretty strong right now, actually. I would recommend Doran shield.
that's a good idea. Oh.
Just put your game in windowed mode, like for the 8th time. Run it down mid. Don't be late to lane.
Which one?
Full screen, it says windowed mode. Just put it in windowed and lower the resolution by 1. To the left. Yeah, 1. Yeah. Okay. And just play.
There. Oh.
Look at the way your creeps are positioned. Like, she has to go for the last hit. Cue her. Flash. 940.
Yeah.
You don't cue them enough when they go for last hitting.
She
But
always
that
seems to get out of range. Like I try.
you're not walking up enough. Like when the creep is low, she's either gonna take the CS or she's gonna die. Like to your Q. Like she's gonna take punish. Move up. Never mind. Drop your control ward on the left side. Just slot in your inventory for an item. It's not about her getting out of range. Even if she gets out of range, you step back and then she'll get back in range. You just keep trying to think about queuing her. Then she'll try to throw a Q on you. If you get your Q off, you'll negate the damage in time. Becomes even.
Okay.
Problem is that like she's CSing for free. Like even if she's at like 40 right now and you're plus 30, like you should be way higher. I'd expect it plus 50. And then maybe plus 60 since like you could have lasted better. Go. Just go. She already used her stun. She has nothing. She's dead. Push the lane. Conserve mana. Instead after this back, and then buy your Roa.
Ah, just missed it.
Get a control ward, but switch out to blue trinket.
Uh,
If the situation arises, you can replace the current control word that you have with another one. This one's been active for a while because Syndra doesn't expect to receive ganks from her from your
trying to
jungler.
bear.
No, your
Oh,
jungler. Because she's always shoved, but like your jungler doesn't typically come from that side. And she doesn't really have a reason to ward it, to be honest. Because right now, the entire map is like under your command. Uh,
I see your top, so I'm shoving.
you have teleport in the case that anything happens. Scout their blue. Move back and scout their blue. Don't hit the tower too much. You put yourself in
Uh,
danger. Yeah, just place it. No, well, you want to place it in the bush so that they don't see that it's obvious. Because now they get free gold. You can hit her back. The heck, you don't take damage.
oh, oh, did I get it? Yeah, I did.
Yes.
I thought I queued the minion.
You're fine. You have refillable pot. In fact, go again. Wrap it up. Hit RQE, and she's done. You have this lane under your full command. Lost the creep. You don't take that much damage from her because you have the shield, but you also have fearless. Consecutive damage over time, just like her Q or her ulti, like it just won't hurt you that much. It's provided that she hits you first. Given that circumstance, you're not trading with her enough. We've seen like so many times where you could have just like pushed her out of lane. You're just not
Right.
abusing it enough. Having a plus 50 CS lead is great. It could have been 70, and you could have killed her twice. Okay, this is a problem. Okay, he's just not gonna do a third barrel. That's cool too. Poke him down. Good. It's good that you use your E first. Don't bother your melee. Just dodge it. Yep. Don't bother hitting the barrels if you're melee.
Yeah. What?
Respawn
Are they
top.
just?
Respawn top. Just respawn top. You're not brand derp. Your brand. Actually no, your brand is going mid, but you should just respawn top because Syndra's up there. If he wants to lane
Yep.
swap, let him lane swap.
She's missing again.
That shouldn't concern you because you can kill her. You're almost 2 levels up on her. As soon as you hit 11, jump on her.
Yep.
That minion's gonna hit you level 11. She can't stun you. She just pushes you away. I don't see what you have to be afraid of. Just do it again as soon as you get up there. Use your W to restore your mana. While you prep for your force pulse, your E. Because you have 5 stacks right now, so just use your W to restore your mana. Because if you hit champions with it, it restores a lot more. Ping Mia, because Syndra might be coming. Always indicate whenever Syndra's being. I mean, you have the lane in your control. Base.
Control word, or just leave it.
Leave the control word right now. You just keep it in your inventory. Right now you should be focusing on your next item. You may sacrifice your refillable pot for something. Let me take a look at their team comp. I know that they have a... Like, Lichbane is good, but I can't see their team comp.
Oh, I'll do this.
Ninja Tabi. Well, if you can afford, you should just afford the Ninja Tabi right now in the case that there's going to be some action packed. I'd recommend boots first. Now you should start to focus on, you could delay your... Well, actually, no, you're strong. I think that you should have just gotten Ampatome. But
I
that's
didn't
fine.
want to be late for the wave.
It's fine. It's fine. You're gonna back up anyway. You're gonna end up backing anyway. Okay. As soon as you last hit that cannon. Okay. As soon as you last hit that cannon, go on her. She has nothing. No stun. All she has is ult. No, you can't. Now you can. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, the way like she E'd the creeps and then she Q'd the floor and she missed everything. Now she has no Q nor E, so then you had to have gone on her. And then as soon as she like stunned and you moved to the right, which was kind of the weirdest movement I've ever seen because I didn't expect that. Okay. I'd recommend poking. Gangplank is the only poker. Nice. Force pulse. Drop it. Always drop it whenever you can hit somebody so you can get stacks on it. Okay. Scale it up. Use the force pulse to push the wave. Go top. You have Lichbane and you have you have teleport. You also can't
Uh,
siege. No, go just kill the wave top. Don't let it crash into your tower.
all right.
You need to
I was
it's gonna be
use the
greedy.
TP.
No, don't use the TP to answer the wave. Use I mean like to recall then answer the wave, because your whole point of TPing is to push with the Lich Bane that you need to obtain, like because that's an item that's critical to you right now. Then TP into the flank into a good flank position. So
Okay.
your blue wards don't work, right? But you see that ward near the raptor camp? Can you actually like go to the map or kill those creeps first and check that
And then
ward next to the enemy raptor camp? Like just click the ward, not enemy raptor camp. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a ward. So you can TP to that. Answer the wave. That should have been the way faster motion than just standing there and clicking on it. But you needed to know if there's a position for you to flank. Push this wave, ASAP, ulti if you have to, then recall immediately. You're supposed to answer the wave faster than that. Okay, base, just base, just base, 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 base. See, look, they're fighting now, and then you could have based like 4 seconds sooner, and then you're just buying components right now.
Just the sheen?
No, sell your control word for a for now. So actually, don't sell the control word. Undo it, undo it, undo it, undo it. Sell the Doran shield for a blasting wand. Then now you look for teleport. Teleport behind on that ward on the right. Yep. And then just flank ping that you're on your way and just go. Go for kills. Go for kills. Anybody. Hop over the wall. Okay. As soon as Trinamir answered. Gotta be careful of those barrels. You're hella tanky. Okay, kill him. Oh, it hasn't been 20 minutes. Oh, that doesn't matter. You come in when you force pulse. The first thing you don't do is you don't Q. You have to E. Because then the next thing that they're gonna do is respond with spells. So then you stack up your second force pulse, and then you drop a Q that also stacks up your force pulse. So
Okay.
you push this Wayne for it's fine, and you just need to farm like 2 waves, 3 waves, 2.5 waves, something like that. This way you can get your Lich Bane. Just don't miss the last hits, because you're gonna you want to fight in the next fight, because the next fight it doesn't matter what dragon it is, but your team is looking to contest it. As stupid as it is, normally like if it's like a Cloud Drake, which I think it is, don't. Oh god. Okay, just sit back. It's fine. Press tab. Check what drag. Okay, it's Ocean.
Orange.
You want that, so you can just push this wave. You're just gonna get a third component for yeah, and then just leave it as is. Just answer bot lane. Actually, no, you have to answer top lane again.
Okay.
Nobody's answering top, and they sent like 2 or 3 top, and then there's like a big ass wave.
Oh, Brand's going.
Stop moving. Just just rotate towards mid. Be careful while treading through your jungle. You saw them on that way on that side of the map, so
Yeah, I saw them.
you might see a cheese or something, or a flank right there. Just chill. Just chill. Go. Yep. Right clicker. No. This is easy. Go. Lol. Oh my god. Yeah, over that wall. She's going that way. There's only one way. RE. 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 Just kill her. Just kill her. Oh my god. She gave her the chance to. You gave her the chance to heal off. If Xin wasn't there, kill him. Get the tower. Then call for hit the tower. Hit the tower. Call for Baron. Can't go any further. Just call for. Call for. Never mind.
Yeah,
I would
too
have called
late.
for Baron. You didn't ping it enough. You pinged back, so then they hesitate. Zanya's.
Cooldown reduction or the
Just get the cooldown reduction item and then get a control ward. And then you're gonna control ward near the Baron pit.
like that bush or something.
Yep, that bush. Then answer top immediately. Well, you can just answer top now. There's nothing to accomplish by going down there. You have 90 on TP anyway. You have Lich Bane completed, as well as money for or you're trying to work on your Zanyas. The Baron call was better because like you'd obviously have to traverse across the entire map for it, but they would never expect it, and you have control ward, so they can't see you even doing it. Plus, their global ulti, their champion with a global ulti is down, and at the same time they don't have a Their AD carry responded bottom. I don't know why it took you so long to kill the Karma though. Like you can't just you just
I
RE
forgot
her.
about the E or the what is it? The heal.
Yeah. It wasn't there. There's so many variables, but you could would have just let a kill go for free.
Yeah, I forgot about the heal on the tether.
The thing is like if you don't kill their support, that's their only source of wards. So like it guarantees that you can get the Baron for free, hence why I called it. But like because it took so long for her to die, kill this bitch. Killed both of them. Hit them. You're in a perfect position. There's nothing for you to be afraid of. Just target. Just keep right clicking. Yeah, it's easy. 80 carry shove bottom. Shove this wave. Go ping Baron 6 times. 5 times actually. Just walk to it and keep pinging. And type it out. Like just yell Baron. And no, not that one. Oh fuck. I don't know if there's a warding there because Karma was just there around that vicinity for no reason. Look, there's nobody to respond to you. And if they do respond to you, all you gotta do is just Q whoever comes in. You're strong. Syndra is dead. Karma is dead. No wards. No 100 to 0 burst on Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao is not building MR. Doesn't have to worry. Only threat is global ult from Gangplank. That's it. He's dead. Nice smite, fucking idiot. We might just let it chill. Let it chill. Oh, you didn't let it chill. Okay, now you can get it. Just secure it. Just secure it. Secure it. Get it. One more hit. Good. Base. Don't even fight. Just base. Can't believe he just fucking smites to heal it, dumbass. Wow, that was retarded. You also have teleport. But you can't seem to make any kills right here. So, instead of just teleporting up there, just base. And just chill. He's gonna die anyway. It's fine. There's no
Yeah.
point. We have Baron on 2 people, and we just have 2 side lanes rolling. If you remember like all the lessons, look how important. Now, like even if they took those kills, right? It doesn't matter. We just got a global objective equal to 2 towers, and they get 0 towers in return. On top of that, you're about to get a second tower because there's no fucking way that they were gonna be able to respond to that fucking bot lane aggression with that massive wave. And this top lane wave is gonna ramp. It's fine to sacrifice this mid lane. It's not gonna take. It's gonna take its sweet time to die, but you get a ramping top lane, and this is potentially free. They don't have wave clear. Tryndamere, Ashe. Yeah, they have no wave clear. Just hit the tower and then W auto it. Don't use your ult to do that though. Just keep hitting it. Watch out. Oh, they have that. God. Over that wall. Not in a straight line because Tryndamere does that in a straight line. See where Blitzcrank was? You were supposed to rotate mid. And you have TP. So you would just show
Yeah.
back up mid, push out mid, then show back up top. Shove out top. Never mind. It's too late. If you shove out top, you can get money. You only need 500. You get towards your Zanyas. You could have backed with a Zanyas, then TP back in. This is...
I could have had Zanyas to
I,
stop the
I
ult,
already... Yes,
and I could have killed both of them.
only magic damage threats on their team are, is Syndra, it should be. Oh, and Karma.
Syndra and
Now
Karma.
Banshee's Veil would be perfect for it. I mean, you can go like hella tanking and get like what is it called, adaptive helm, but that item really pretty much sucks. Take the blue buff, like after you take this. You had a lot of opportunities to kill. It's just really weird. Your ult's a gap closer, but you use it in a straight line. You might as well run because you juke him out. You can juke him out too. You can look one way and then just ult another. And Tryndamere already used his spin, so you could have escaped like twice. And
Yeah.
then you just wait, and then you get back into the lane, farm it out, and then you base because you have 4-second recall, which you're abusing right now, but like you could have abused it way more. And then you have to preserve Baron too, because I mean it's out now, but like it's Baron buff. It's very unique, powerful buff. Wait for Actually, this is easy. Kill Ashe. They keep committing. Try to kill. Never mind.
Yeah.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait for everybody to be there. Okay, kill her. Good. Kill the Ashe. 2 seconds. 4. Okay. Okay, you're not poking with. Okay. First of all, you're not poking. You're not poking with your Q enough. Second, you have your trinket the entire time. You had 2 opportunities to ward and you didn't. 1 opportunity,
Okay.
so you could actually kill that Gangplank right there, and you could have killed the Ashe too, sooner if you just warded the damn bush with your trinket,
Yeah.
which would have allowed you to live. You also have Zanya's. Can't forget about your own actives.
That is something I have to work on, is
That's why I was saying
not having that.
I said 4 because that was the button that your trinket is typically on. I didn't say 2 because like Zanya's is right there on your finger because I usually put X on it, so 4 was more important because if you killed the Ashe right there, she would have gotten like 4 or 5 extra autos on you and then kited you away.
Right.
Plus your Q disappears when she enters Fog of War, so if you fly the Q and then you press 4 on the bush, the Q will complete instead of disappearing into the wild.
Caitlyn's
Caitlin's
getting
already
this.
answering it. Instead, just just go down. Press tab, check Baron. Timer. At 140.
Minute 40.
Karma is a pick if you get a pull.
Oh.
Look at Syndra. She has no flash, by the way. If you see Syndra, you can just go for it. You don't want to chase on one target. You're not supposed to. You're basically supposed to be that hidden mage, and then you just blast them. So Karma's like right there. Okay. See Syndra. She has no flash because she just flashed, and you saw it because you killed her, and she still flashed anyway because she's kind of dumb. Ashe is free. Zanya's.
I tried.
You need to trinket. That's 2 towers and inhib probably. You should have just used your trinket over the wall and then jump on the pick.
Uh,
He can't defend
he,
it. Leave him alone.
oh boy.
Prep for Baron.
What are they doing?
Just prep for Baron.
Uh,
Kill the ward.
Yep.
Ward over the wall. Right
This
next
wall?
to you. No, on the right. Yes. That's the wall you should always ward over if you're doing Baron. And the other one is the one behind that one. So basically you need to, yeah, that one. Basically that ward right there. Just do the Baron. Poke it with your Q. The fuck?
I don't know what they're trying here.
Spam QE on Syndra. Free. Zanya's. Back out. Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay, do the Baron. Check your gold.
uh,
Okay.
need 700.
This is 300. 400 left. Go mid after, or well, somebody's gonna answer mid, it's fine. Side lanes are pushing, they can't respond. They must respond to side lanes first.
Just go for that, I would say.
No, he needs to. They need to reset.
Oh my god, Zin.
You're not supposed to make the calls for the tower, to be honest. When you complete Baron, you get money. 300 gold is can be potentially changing. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't matter if like unless that tower was literally one auto attack away, you can still save it. Like you can auto attack it later. That's not the priority. Buy, reset,
right.
get to full HP, full mana. Use the Baron. You get a ton of move speed. Move to another objective. Look, Xin is dead, and Dragon comes up in 20 seconds.
Which is another
Ocean. It
ocean.
doesn't matter. It was a dragon. If it's a fire, like what? Let's say it was fire. It doesn't matter what dragon it was. If it's still a dragon. And you give an enemy team a dragon, that means that if they ever get Elder, you're screwed. Because then that's one extra dragon that you could have not given away. Because now there's a potential chance that you're gonna give away this dragon because your jungler isn't gonna be there in time. But we just killed Syndra, so that's 5v4, and Ashe is gonna be spawning in time. She can still shoot an arrow. Yeah, see,
Oh
Tryndamere
boy.
already here to want to do the dragon. Poke the karma or something. Don't just hide. Just get in public. Poke. Yeah. Poke. Fuck her up. Okay. Shove out the wave. Let the wave ramp. And then they're gonna do the dragon, and then Tryndamere is dead. So just shove this. Right? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna recall after you shove it. Recall. Just recall. Press B.
Yeah.
You overcommit for like an extra half second, which causes problems. Pick up the Banshee's Veil. Answer mid. You have teleport. Keep that in mind.
This.
Mid still has enemy like giant waves.
Is that Zinzao? It is Zinzao.
Just be careful on top. If you guys can't make a play right here, because their entire team is up. Unless somebody dies like right this instant, you're probably not going to be able to siege anything.
Shall I just go top?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. You have no other choice. Take their blue.
Like, that's a juicy wave.
Clear it. Your next item is Void Staff. Base. Sell Dark
So,
Seal for Blasting Wand. It's the same item, basically, like max stacks.
yeah.
Just get a Blasting Wand instead. Leave it as a Blasting Wand. TP. Ping that you're on your way, don't just TP. Go. Go. Syndra. What the?
Nice.
Okay, end the game. You have a wave. Ult it. Or something to push it faster. Save your mana now, it's at 800.
Oh.
There's no way you can end it with the wave that you have right there. Just go top. You can't end. Just E. Okay. Okay, now they can get inhib, and then you have this giant wave ramping up, so you get 2 inhibitors instead. That's equally as good as attempting to end the game with the 0 minions. It's fine. Punch the tower, ping the tower. When you TP, you literally never type like I'm coming, or on my way. You need to ping way
Yeah.
more. Poke. No, not to him, the Tryndamere. It's whatever. You lost 1 man for no reason. It's actually your marksman, that's actually a really important member. E. Don't need to ult in. Just sit back and QE. You ult in to save. You don't ult to burn it for the damage unless you're going 100% sure that you're gonna go for an execute, like QWER, like full combo. Instead, just sit.
No.
Like I said, for the second time, you don't do that unless you know for sure that it's gonna hurt and it's gonna kill him. Because then if they like manage to like hard CC you, you have no outs.
Right.
Okay. Sec.
Do you want to switch screen shares and?
Yeah, it's my turn to screen share.
Okay.
A lot of nasty habits that I can see. So the thing with Kassadin is you do have to do a lot of clicking, and the reason why is because he's a dodge champion. You have to avoid everything. If you want to maximize your play, you gotta really make sure that the most optimal thing that you do is avoid as many skill shots or avoid as much poke, receiving damage, taking damage, moving as much as possible. He's a champion that like involves a lot of movement. So like
Right.
what I see you struggling with is little micromanaged movements. Like it doesn't matter if it's your it doesn't even matter if it was a ping issue. It's just that like it's just that you're not moving enough in general. You should be clicking a lot more. You should be doing things like a little bit more like you should be pinging more. You should be able to react to pings and whatnot. Because like when
Okay.
you're telling people that you're on your way, like one ping isn't enough to indicate that you're on your way. Like like teleporting is for a flank. Like if your team might not your team might be so focused on the goddamn team fight that you would not be able to see that you're teleporting in at all. Like maybe one person would, but that's not the entire team. Spam pinging it would indicate that you do in fact are in fact teleporting the fuck in and doing something. Next we get to your laning. So we go back to this. And you just sit here. Yep. Like that's what you're supposed to do. That's fine. But what you don't do is when you look at what they're doing, like you see that this minion is low. Like the only
Right.
thing that you can do to your minion or her minions is right click them. What she can do is she can also right click and then Q. If you manage to expect the Q, you can walk forward to make it look like she's gonna harass you, then walk back, step back, and like avoid the Q. But what you don't do is you poke her back with your Q in the case that you don't dodge her Q. So like you see, like as soon as she does this, boom, one last hit. Next thing she's gonna do, she's gonna last hit this. You should be able to harass her for free. And that right there was an opportunity that you missed. And this minion still wouldn't have done anything to you. Because like it will die anyway, because look, you still get that, oh, okay, you miss it, but you still would have gotten that last hit anyway. Like it would have actually made the lane go smoother in your favor, right? Like because if you let's say you didn't last hit it and you got the Q off instead, well that minion still auto attacks your backline and the wave pushes towards your tower, which is favorable for you because you don't want to push against the Syndra because she can just pressure you more. So no matter what, like that Q right there was optimal, so you missed the Q, and then you hit this, right? And then this minion just auto attacked it once. It would still have like low HP. I see that. I know like I've seen it a lot, but like
I was
it would have taken
worried
two
about
autos.
it dying.
It would have taken two autos for this one mage minion auto would have put it at half health, and then
Okay.
bam. So then you lost the Q on Syndra. I believe you would have gotten that last hit, but even if you didn't, the situation would be there would be three minions here, right? And you would have gotten all three because like the way they aggro was retarded, but you would have gotten a Q off on Syndra for free, and then they would have like done this. So she would be a lot lower on HP. Then she does this, so her Q's on cooldown again. You let it push, then she shows up this, and right here, this is a free Q. Yeah, she walks back. Nothing's gonna happen. You can still walk up and keep trying to Q her, and you don't like now you do, but like it's just the sooner you do it the better. Cause then she got another Q off right here for free, and then she's just gonna keep doing that. So she does that. Okay, well yeah, she does that right, and she misses and stuff like that. So now she has no spells. She's literally a big minion each and every single time, and you're not punishing enough with your Qs. The biggest thing is like that's why Kassadin is the most frustrating matchup against the ADs. It's because they can't do anything about like your poke. But if you're not poking them enough, then like what's the point? Syndra isn't even a hard matchup. Like based on the way this Syndra was playing, I would have put a lot more emphasis on poking her down, especially when she's at your tower. Because then right now she hasn't warded. That's why Xin Zhao is able to get off all these ganks for free. Because there's no possible response from her if she gets ganked. She E's one person, the other person still gets on her. She E's you, Xin Zhao's on her. She E's Xin Zhao, you're still on her if you have E. And she
Right.
uses Q so often that you will always slow her. And unless she flashes your force pulse, you have no way of not like coming out on top.
Right.
So what you do is the same thing as every mage-based matchup. You throw skill shots at them or abilities that allow you to poke them down. Hence why Annie and Swain are really easy to play, because you just keep poking them to the point where they're just so low that you just drop 3 spells, the same poke spell, and then like hit the combo, and then they're done. Problem is you knew Xin Zhao like was coming. He said he was on the way 3 times, but like you still were in this very weird position right here that I don't like. Like I told you to go, and like right here, look, Xin Zhao was on his way 1, on his way on his way 2, on his way 3. Like he said it 3 times. You cue him here, then you take a step back. This is very weird. If you're gonna take a step, you should be just taking a step forward. It doesn't matter if you get hit by the E or not. In fact, hang on. Okay. Okay, so she uses her W aggressively.
Yeah, and then I have to walk back because of the
Okay, so she used her
screen.
E. She just
Right.
used her E. So she has nothing. I was right. I was wondering why this ball was over here. So she has no E. So I don't understand why. If she just used her E, what do you? She can't stun you, and she's low mana. This barely was able to land. If that didn't land, then well, she still flashes anyway, but you would still be closer in distance. So you probably wouldn't have had to have used your flash. Xin Zhao has to, because this is the thing. He has to do it. He has to commit. But you would not have had to use your flash. Like you might not have to had used your flash right there. I don't know. It's a hard call. But like you would have been closer for sure if you just
Right.
you need to respect their cooldowns. If you know that they just use their abilities, it's not going to be up. If you use your Q, you back up. If you use your force pulse, you back up. Because you can't do anything after. You become a big creep, like a big fucking minion. And that's one thing I don't think you're taking into consideration. Champions like Blitzcrank, it's the same logic. If they miss their hook, they're basically a big fucking creep for like the next few seconds. So like it's the same thing with Syndra stun, because like critical abilities like that have a very long cooldown. Like she can't just stun you every 5 seconds. Like she can't just stun you every single time her Q is up. If she did, she would be broken as fuck. She can't just QE constantly.
It's something like 15 or 17 though.
Yeah,
Right?
and while that's really long, that means that you can get 2 Qs off before she can even get another stun off. You know what I mean? So like
Right.
you're not asserting lane pressure enough, and even if you like dodge her, if you dodge her stun, you should be poking her more. Like you should be actually walking up and not being afraid. And the only thing that you have to avoid is her W. But when she uses her W for a brief second, she's vulnerable because she has to move up, like to grab something, right? See, look, she just missed her
Right.
W. Now all you're afraid of is her E and her Q. You dodge her Q. Okay, she has no Q. She can only E you. That minion didn't need to die. That's why I'm telling you not to poke those minions. Because this was a pointless last hit. Because this minion is so far from tower aggro, you can get it later. You should have used that Q on her face. And then
Okay.
what you do is you whittle your opponent down to the point where they just run out of potions to sustain against you. Then when they're out of potions, the next thing that they're going to run out is out of mana. So then if they're out of potions and out of mana and they have a ton of HP or are at 50% HP, then what do they have left? Well, they just have the option to back, buy, and replenish themselves, in which case you control the lane again. Or you kind of just kill them because they have no mana and they're just a big creep once again. Because you just keep poking them down until they run out of pots. She ends up not buying refillable pot despite you poking her down consistently. Hence why Deathfire Touch is so strong on you as a champion. And it's why I tell you, poke them with your Qs. Because Deathfire scales with levels, which is why you should be split pushing like whenever you can. Because like as you get stronger in levels and shit, like Deathfire does more damage, as well as the fact that it does more damage based on like your AP. And so if you have high AP, which comes from farming a lot, then you will also deal, in turn, more damage. So the problem I see you struggling with is that you do use your Qs, just not on the right targets. Every time it's up, you should be thinking of when you should be using it to poke or to last hit.
I was
And it
I was
becomes a
getting hit
choice.
by a lot of skill shots too though.
Right, but if you're getting hit by a lot of skill shots, that shouldn't be too big of an issue. You saw how little her. Look, she has a sapphire crystal. Like that's not a damage spike at all. Sapphire crystal doesn't do anything to your damage output or her damage output. Instead, what I think you should have done is like, look, she has no mana, and then like even if she tries to poke you down, it's not that big of a deal. Look, you have feast. That right there was just a chunk of HP back. You also have 1 point of vampirism, so every time you like poke her down with your Q, some little bit of HP comes back, but every little bit counts. So then it doesn't do that much damage. She can't kill you. You shouldn't be afraid. And hence why I was telling you, like, every single time you go for a certain last hit, you should like jump on her because like she can't respond. In fact, you can still go on her even if you have 50% HP because she can't respond. And the only thing that they can possibly think about responding to you is if a jungler is mid. Hence why if you have 2 wards, whenever you could, you should have just warded the sides left and right. Like yeah, this right here, like even if Tryndamere comes, you're only afraid of Tryndamere because she can't QE stun you. This is free. Then you should have just jumped on her. If you jumped on her right there, as the E was going off, you negate her pushback. It's an input buffer thing, but you would have negated it. You would have stayed on top of her. You QE her because you have more mana than her, and you stay on top of her. And then Xin Zhao gets in a gank, and then that forces either her summoners or she dies because she has no mana. All in all, this lane was way heavier in your favor than you'd think. Like you have a CS advantage. That's not enough. Like CS advantage and dominant threat lead, like just being there like, hi, I'm just better than you as a player. She becomes more afraid to make a play. She becomes more desperate to make a play too. Like she'll start roaming unnecessarily with under farm with just a fucking lost chapter and no boots, and you just respond with TP. So this lane was like you won the lane, just not the way
Hard
that
enough.
it should be won. Yeah. Because then this is like this matchup specifically just it was just became a patience thing. Like you kind of just wait for it to come out and then you respond accordingly. What I did see is that you out CS'd her. That's a good start, but that's not enough, like I said. Because anybody could out CS another player, and you can also fall behind in CS. But it's the fact that it's how well you control it. He's a control mage and an assassin, so you played the one part right, which is the assassin part, as well as like being a good mid laner. But what you didn't play right was the control part. You have the lane in your favor, but that's not enough. Like control mages like make it so that like it's hence why some people say this is a skill based matchup. But like clearly you are much more powerful than this player. And this player is making like an infinite amount of mistakes. First of all, she's shoving into your lane, and this is fucking disgusting. Like she's opening herself up to gank and she hasn't warded. There's so many like vulnerabilities that I can identify in this matchup, just from her play alone, not even from yours. The only part that you're making a mistake in is that, okay, look, you don't have to ward, right? Because you like Tryndamere is not even. I don't expect Tryndamere to be 6 right now, but like he can't kill you. You have a Doran shield. You have Catalyst, a lot of HP, you have Fearless, and you're under tower. There's no way that they could just all in you both together without taking like a trade in return. You're always safe. But when you get to the 50-50 part of the map, like of the lane in the middle, you should maybe ward one side where you think that he's gonna come. And typically red buff is what Tryndamere has, so I would ward the right side too. So then you just have 2 wards, like one left, one right. He can't answer to you. He shows up top. Now you just ward up this side right here, just 1 ward here. Maybe your control ward in that bush over there. And you're set. He can't respond to you. You have a defensive control ward and a defensive left side trinket yellow ward, and you're basically safe, completely safe. And she just used her Q, and then she just used her E, and then now all she has left is her W, and her R. Her R can't deal damage, and if she lands her W, yeah, it's gonna hurt, but it doesn't matter. You win this trade if you go in for a trade right now, even if you don't have Q, but your Q will be up soon. So you R E auto W stop. And you win the trade. So you W here, that's fine, right? But you have your E. So she used her Q, she used her W. All she has left is her E, which come up in like maybe 5 seconds. You can punish her right here. See, like, yeah, okay, she gets out of range, right? Now she's back in range. And then you do this. And just constantly do that. The problem is you're not doing it enough. And if you keep doing it, right, she won't even be able to CS. That's the whole point of like denying her CS. She's at 36 and you got 63. Like this is you're barely plus 30. And I think you could have been at plus 40 if you kept poking her. Because the more you poke her, the more afraid she'll be to walk up. Especially the lower mana she is. And if she's too afraid to walk up, she'll just be like, you know what, fuck this, I need to go back and buy. So then she'll be falling behind in EXP. Then you'll just be 2 levels ahead of her without even killing her once. Because you've already gotten a kill on her once. And look where that gets you. Like, yeah, he dies instantly here. But like, you could have, say you poked him down with maybe 2 more Qs. That's a kill for Xin. Because then Xin would have finished her off. The
Right.
circumstances would have repeated themselves if you just poked them down more. What you're not doing enough is poking. Like that's actually one of Kassadin's biggest strengths because he wins trades against mages. And then I told you to go up because this right here was happening on the map. You just have to last hit this minion, ignore this, and sacrifice it for a potential save right here. And then maybe this, but then like you kind of it's like you kind of just shove it here, and then look, he's trying his he didn't ping that he was on his way, probably because he's trying to avoid a barrel or some shit. I don't know what the hell's going on, but you're not even looking at the map because right there, Gangplank. Oh yeah, he kind of just dies. He didn't even take that much damage. He actually tries to all in. Now he dies because he got hit by a barrel probably. But yeah, you didn't need to shove, and you actually could have just like came back and like tried to help up atop, see what was going on, check the map and shit. I mean, this is cool too, and you just deny her CS, but then she can like last hit it for free. I would have put the control word somewhere like yeah. So like one
Yeah,
here is good.
this is where you
One
told
here
me
is
to.
good, but one up there is also just equally as good. This is that like I didn't see any opportunity for you to use the one up or there, so like it doesn't really affect it too much. That's
You
small.
mean you mean the
It's the bush
brush
behind red.
behind red? Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that's
Gonna
the
say
most
that.
defensive one. In the case that you get invaded, or he jumps over the wall and does some dumb shit,
Right.
like try to all in you, for instance. You have so much kill opportunity. Like you notice, look at her damage. Like your
Yeah,
HP is full.
I get hit by 3 skill shots and
It's your HP is literally full. I don't see a problem. Like okay, he missed that. Like it doesn't matter if he misses. This is a kill. Here's why I know it's a kill because the burn damage is she has at 25 HP. Deathfire is ticking. Burn's still ticking. Pop, pop. She's done. Like it's fine. You should, yeah, you're good.
so
And even if you
he
don't get
probably
it, it's
didn't
okay.
even need that auto attack.
No, he needed that auto attack. That's why you say
He
like
did.
the Deathfire was about to. I mean, not his Deathfire. What the fuck was that ability? His passive was about to run out. Deathfire doesn't do that much damage. He needed that auto attack. But what I mean is, you didn't need to go any further. Like you were looking like you were gonna auto attack it. Then I told you to stop, and then you stopped, which is fine. And then you gotta push this out and then rip this minion.
Yeah. I what's a good way to not miss creeps by like 2 HP?
You wait until they're about like it's literally called last hitting for a reason. It's like you wait until they're like at the lowest possible HP. Like you remember when that creep? You remember when that creep? You said that you argued that you would have missed it. You wouldn't have missed it. That one minion auto attacked it. It had 2 auto attacks left to die
Yeah.
from a minion. So like you would have you basically would have waited for one auto and then it would be at enough HP. Then you weave your auto in because then that's the only minion that was targeting that melee minion right at that moment. And basically like let's say it takes 3 autos for the mage minion to die from another mage minion, right? Then
Yeah.
basically like right there, like you see that minion right there, you would have waited for that one particle to land. Another way is like you see how low they are now, that's when you would last hit them.
Okay.
So like you see this guy dying right here, right? Like you would wait until like the last possible, like this is a little too soon, quote unquote. And then this one is like also a little like yes, you get him, but like it's a little quote unquote too soon. A last hit would be literally when it's at like the lowest possible HP that you can actually guarantee the last hit, like the final auto attack on it. Obviously that means that you have to really well time your thing, but like you get the idea. So that's how you increase. Like you missed a lot of creeps by not literally last hitting. You were very close. It's just that it's a little bit of an impatience muscle memory kind of thing. Just pretend that your autos don't do that much damage. It's the same thing as every mage. Like right there,
Yeah.
that's just a timing error. But like you get the idea. Like right there, like that's also another timing error. And then
Because
you wait.
I should be at like 110, 120, right?
It's not about you. That's not it. That's not it. Like you see, pretend that you don't deal magic damage at all. You should be dealing 100 damage to it. Yeah, yeah. All right. The next thing is like your problem with not using your ulti right in the right way. So you were gonna
Okay.
teleport up to top, but you can't teleport up to when you split, you don't teleport to the lane that you're splitting. That doesn't make sense. You split to
Right.
draw people away from you so that you teleport into the battlefield while they're so busy dealing with the wave up top. Then they become
Right.
late, and then you take a favorable fight because you were there before them because you forced them to do that. But teleporting there,
To make the choice to do the wave instead of fight.
yes, and if you teleport preemptively instead of proactively against them, like it just doesn't make any sense because that doesn't mean that they're gonna be able to like if you teleport up there and what if they never respond to your push? So then and instead they force a team fight and you could have just teleported in the middle of the team fight and swing it back in your favor. Because then, let's say you shove all the way to their top tower, right? And they never decide to answer you. Then you're just gonna end up either taking that tower for free, and then they're gonna respond to you because they won the team fight because you weren't there. And even if you did walk into the middle of the battlefield, like your team's already dead. So like the teleport disadvantage, you'd be at a teleport disadvantage. And if they're running teleport, then they're also going to be forced to use their teleport too. So either way, something's going to happen. You're going to burn a summoner spell, and you just play it strategically. But like Gangplank could just press R, but then he loses R for a team fight. So you know what I mean? Like you got to force it somewhere, but you force it by walking to the lane, not by burning teleport. It's better for you. Plus, you have ulti. Like if you show up to a team fight using your ultimate and burn, you lose a lot of mana. But if you show up to a team, like if you answer top lane using your ulti, like just traveling up there to get to your ulti, using your ulti to get up to the top lane or bot lane faster, then you just use your W to restore the mana that you're missing, because you can, because there's a lot of minions there for you to last hit with your W, because that your W gives you the ability to restore mana. So like, if I'm not mistaken, it just triples if you hit a champion.
It's 4% for minions and 20 for champions.
12 or some oh, not it goes up
20.
5 times. Okay, yeah. So you get the point. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you can't just like argue that like see, like this is a better option right here is for you to walk up and just like answer all this for free. And if you teleported up here, look what your team's doing. Like you see this? Like there's action happening right here. So you need to look for a potential teleport play. And then when you see, like, I know that there was this thing was on the map here. I just couldn't tell if it's a ward or it's a blue trinket. So you need to check that like before anything else. Like, and even if that wasn't a ward, you also have this ward here. You got to look at it to see if like those are wards. And it just took a really long time. And you should have been answering the wave while you're checking. So there's 2 wards. Then here comes the next part when we get the shove. So here's what I would have done. Okay, I'm getting chased, right? Oh wait, is this the chase? No, it's not the chase. You shoved it like all the way. No, it is the chase actually. Where is it? No, it's not here. Okay, it's around here actually. Yeah, this is fine. I don't mind this. You could also, I mean, you already have one over there. It's no big deal.
The blue trinket, right?
Yeah. That's fine. It's because you can, because anybody can come from this side. It's a fair blue ward. I wouldn't argue against it. Another spot would be like right here where the choke is, where they come in from the gate, like through the gate. You'd place
yeah.
It's like right there. That's
yeah.
That's minor, but it doesn't matter because okay, see this right here. Is this the part where you like? Where's the part where you get like hella chased?
It is somewhat there, isn't it? I guess not. Oh, it's this time.
Okay.
It's this time.
Here's what I would have done, right? Like this. Hang on.
Maybe. I guess not.
I know it happens too. It's fucking weird. But he runs through this, like he runs through here, if you remember that, right? Like he just ran through there.
Yeah, I saw him on the ward, I think. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. I thought it was fine because the responding to the wave bot, but yeah, this is it. I'm just waiting around.
No, I don't think this is it. It'll happen eventually, but when we see it, this is an opportunity for you to make picks. Like you sit back and you just keep queuing people until they get low, and then you just jump in and REW them. That's your burst. Finish Baron. Oh, here it is. So you have Baron. You shove it in, right? So one thing that you also should remember is that your Baron is range of like the aura range is also really big, right? So if you ult this way, right, and then he already E'd in, as we can tell, ult over this way, right?
Okay.
You ult over this way, right? You also, while it's very minor, there's a chance that the aura of Baron would reach the fucking cannon minion, which would help you fucking hit the tower, so it gets it lower, drawing a little bit of pressure, but Gangplank can't kill it very fast. Then when you jump over here anyway, like he'll have to either E to follow you or he just lets it go. If he lets it go, it's fine. This, like he just lets it go, right? So if he followed the same criteria, he would have just let it go. Then what you do is you just sit here, and then you walk around, or just hide in this bush, or just wait till you're safe. Then jump back in and just re-push the lane. And even if you don't decide to repush the lane, it allows you, if you hop over, it allows you to rotate mid, because look, there's Syndra and there's Karma. And then their two biggest AD damage dealers that survive for the longest are top. They take
Yep.
longer to rotate mid. So with that logic, you have an advantage. So you could have basically rotated mid. It was a possibility, but like it existed, and you just didn't take it. And then Blitzcrank came to the rescue too, quote unquote. And then Brand TP's in, and then you're out of mana. But that's fine. Well, what I would have done is I would have just farmed the top lane, like I said, and then like you would have just had enough for you're trying to focus on getting your item. And if you rotated mid, say Syndra was in a big vulnerable position or some shit, then you could have taken a kill, which would allow you to guarantee get that enough money for the shit.
Yep.
Blah blah blah. Next is also
This was
the Chaos team fight. I mean, it's like you just have an opportunity to take kills, and where's the team fight with right here? You had an opportunity to jump on the Ashe, right? You have blue trinket. It's not warded, and this is a big problem. So you missed the E. That's no big deal. Ignore that. If I pretend that it didn't happen, you get the auto off. Yeah, that's good. Look at Ashe.
does it not go over the wall, or because I thought
No,
I
it goes
hit
over the wall. She's just standing in that spot that's like out of the hitbox.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like it's just weird. So she's in there. You don't know where she is. So you have to like, you now can see her because she walked out. Had she just kept going this way, she would have been safe. But you don't know what she's gonna do because you didn't ward it. So now you have to force this R is used to face check basically. If you actually landed it in the bush, but then you didn't. So then this, and then you can just R E Q. Okay, that's fine, right? This right here, you don't see him. Ward this bush.
Yeah.
You would have. You also didn't press your E immediately. Cause that's gonna hit him no matter what. He can't avoid it. Then he would have backed off and wouldn't have auto attacked you, or you just ward the bush and then you right click him. Cause now you have to physically face check the fucking bush, or you could have just Zanya's and you would have been fine, and then Bran would have taken the kill. So you have to really get into the habit of warding the bush. AD carries do that a lot because they lose kills because they trade a lot in the bushes. And then right here,
That was just unfortunate that they were just all there.
well, right here,
I should have known.
well,
I could have put the trinket right.
yes, yeah. This is the most obvious trinket. This is also you put a ward here to scout for barons too. Like this is it's one of the two entrance points. This one and the one over near blue buff. Those are only two entrance points for baron, unless they decide to go through top lane or mid lane, which is unnecessary. You can also ult in and just E Zanya's. You don't even have to like cast any spells. It's another thing.
Okay.
Like it's a surprise tactic, Zanya'sing, like just jumping in there and then you jumping out. Cause then you just draw attention for like 2.5 seconds.
Because the pulse does a lot of damage anyway.
It's just that you're using it's not for the damage, it's for the slow. You just
Yeah.
come in as a big slow factor and then they're like, oh shit. This was a little weird. I don't know why you didn't ult to get on her sooner. Like I was just wondering like what were you waiting for? Like you don't need to give Caitlyn the kills if you don't want to. Just take the kill. Like yeah, she was gonna die. Just do it sooner. The sooner you kill cause like remember that she's the only source of wards on their map, and you can't really like troll and not press R and kill her like earlier when you when you were chasing her down. It doesn't matter whether or not she had heal. What if like some other fucking outside factor, like what if she gets RE and she has so much healing, or she gets so much shield that like she's able to run away and you're out of mana because you can't R anymore or something. Something like outside factor. Maybe a Shen ult or something comes in and saves her and you can't kill her because you don't have enough damage or you're all on cooldown or you're just out of mana.
Right.
Just kill the guy. Like it doesn't matter. Just kill the fucking player. Because you can't just let kills go for free. Like, for example, Syndra had a lot of opportunity to die too, but you didn't poke her enough. Like, you set yourself up for the kills by poking them down because you can't miss your poke.
Yeah, the Q can't be missed.
And then you kind of just win it here. And then you use your ulti for damage a lot, but if you're gonna do that, you really wanna make sure that they actually like die to it. Like you can't, cause like again they have a lot of bursts and they can just get on you. And remember, when you're hopping in, you're not using like let's say nobody attacks the gangplank barrels. All you have to do is slap one barrel and you hop in, and then it explodes in your face.
Yeah.
If it explodes in your face, it's gonna hurt. Okay, that force post went the wrong way. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would have killed him if I got the pulse. But I think my mouse was just like just so little the other way.
I mean, like overall, the game is fine. Like your team as a one as a 5-man unit and stuff, and you did a lot of work. It's just that like one, it could have been a way cleaner in your terms, and you could have gotten a lot more kill potential, which you would have allowed you to translate your lead. You never ganked bot. You were never able to gank bottom with your lead. You never able to. You haven't been able to make a roam with your lead, but that's because you're most of the time under tower, and that's fine. And you were never poked down, and even if you did get poked down, you still have teleport to your advantage, which you can easily just use to get back into the lane if necessary. And the problem is like you were never poked down. So if you were never poked down, you should be poked. Basically, like just poke her down until you're so low, like you're low enough to like die, but like keep yourself in check. You know, you don't just like recklessly poke. Like wait till she uses her stupid spells. Like if it's an Ari, right? Wait till she charms. Wait till she misses her charm. Wait till she misses her Q or dodge her Q, and then all she has left is her W, which can't really miss if she's near champion. So instead, you just respond with pressing a Q, and you just constantly do that, and they'll never be able to do anything back to you because you've already avoided most of their abilities. That's basically like the moral lesson, because like you had a lot of opportunities to punish the opposing player, Syndra particularly, but you didn't take advantage of it when
Right.
it most counted. And laning phase, like as you know, is of utmost importance to you as a player, because that's just it just matters so much on Kassadin, because like you either get dicked or you don't, you know. But you didn't like take advantage of it when you could have taken advantage of it. That's basically the main gist I can get at, that I see that's your weakness right now. Just not punishing the guy enough, like not poking enough, and being patient on what skills they use. Like when they use QWE and then you still don't want to poke back, and that kind of bothers me. And then when you do poke back, it's like way later than I expected. You should be using your Q a lot more. Like you were always full mana, so you should be like burning your mana like to at least 50%, and that's it.
Okay.
Like 50% is enough. Like unless you're level 6, like pre-6 you had a lot of opportunities to poke the dude down. So that's all I can say for for your abilities. I got nothing else. So yeah, just work on your laning phase. Like it's fine as is. Like I like that you're like keeping it under your tower and stuff like that. Just when you get poked down under your tower, it might be a little bit rough, but you should be fine. Other than that, you should be able to climb up the. Let me just get N squared mic. CS was like what 6.2. Yeah, that's solid. Your CSing is good. It's just that like again, you gotta work on your control of the lane. KDA doesn't mean everything. Like yeah, you're getting kills and shit, but like you can get not only get way more, but you can definitely translate your lead.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just message you tomorrow, see how everything's going, and then you can just send the RP on the other account if you want.
Yep.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
All right. I'll see you later.
See ya.
Okay, so that was Kassadin, uh, Cosmic Essence, I believe. All right, and that's pretty much it for my coaching. I will see you guys next time. Coaching is available. You can have my Skype right here, and I'll see you guys later.